Growth hack your brand and then destroy anything that moves.
You need to grind hustle your platform manifest.
It's all about entropy, elegance, and finance. Blockchain.
Invest in real estate every day.
Invest in meal estate every morning.
You need to mind hack the mind shackles that are grabbing your mind. Entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneur. Teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a day. Eat the man who just fished and you'll eat for a lifetime.
Spartans!
Business Money Hacks.
Hey everybody. Welcome to another episode of Business Money Hacks.
Hey, you want to take that mucus from your lip? You're spitting there, buddy. You're drooling right now, Bridge. What's going on here?
I'm a drooler.
You're starting to drool a little bit more. Like today, it's like real. It's all over your shirt.
I'm sort of just letting it
It
go.
loose,
Just
letting it
letting the
go.
drool go. Sort of growing out the hair.
Mm-hmm. You've been wearing joggers more. I usually see you in nice slacks, and now it's just joggers.
Yeah, I'm sort of just kind of playing it fast and loose these
Okay.
days.
As they say, a lot of wealthy entrepreneurs would just wear the same thing every day because they don't have to think about it. So
I'm definitely doing that
You don't seem to be
every day and every night.
Yeah, you haven't changed your outfit. You're basically still wearing your pajamas at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
it's the
sleeping
most
through the day.
comfortable.
Yeah.
It's the most comfortable thing to wear.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing.
Getting sloppy. Sloppy.
I've been getting sloppy, and I like being sloppy.
Yeah.
Just sort of drooling.
Like a slug a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Don't
I mean, you
don't
have
you dare
slug
call
like
me a slug.
Well, you sleep in a cocoon. You have
Yes.
I don't know if slugs sleep in cocoons, but it sounds like. Sounds about right.
I've covered
You've got
myself in a bit of a slime.
In goo, yeah.
Yeah.
You have slug-like tendencies, that's all I'm saying.
I've put on some like prop antennas onto the top of my head. But how dare you call me a slug?
Yeah, you're wearing
I will sometimes.
You're wearing antennas on your head.
Yeah.
It's like a costume, I guess. You're going for.
Yeah, I mean, it was a Halloween costume, and I
Right.
just haven't taken off the antennas yet.
Mm-hmm.
Glue is
I
strong.
mean, October was several months ago.
Yeah, well, not all of us have time to take our costume off.
Oh.
Some of us are pretty busy.
All right. You got things to do. You got people to see, I guess.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call me a slug. Even
Well, I
though
can't-
I
your
am
arms are
wrapped
like-
up in a bright banana yellow. Like, I'm constantly covered in a banana-colored sleeping bag that I move around in, covered in slime.
You kind of wormed yourself into the room earlier, so.
With antennas,
Yeah.
And I've been eating moss, so that's sort of just...
Is that what slugs do? They eat moss?
Slugs eat moss. It's their number one food.
Slugs
moss
and
and mud.
So you be eating moss, so that's your new diet, I guess.
Yeah.
Moss and mud.
Big moss guy.
Yeah.
Apparently
I'm
has
sorry.
antibiotics. Or not
Moss-
antibiotics.
yeah.
I don't know.
Antidepressants.
Yeah, that's what moss has in it. It's chock filled with antidepressants.
Antidepressants, anti-inflammatory,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of prevention.
It's a lot of prevention.
Because normally, I would take, in the morning, I would take a daily supplement, Men's Health daily supplement, and you just eat moss.
Just have a big bowl of moss every morning.
Yeah.
Feed into that, slide into my kitchen.
Just slip and slide
slip
into your kitchen.
into my kitchen and start chewing on some moss out of a bowl.
I know that your personal chef, he doesn't really work that much.
My
He's just kinda
personal
like-
chef job is grab moss, put in bowl. Those are the
job qualifications for
Yeah.
your chef.
Those are the job requirements.
Go
right
up,
there.
go up in the attic or somewhere down in the basement. Grab some moss, shovel it into a bowl.
Grab moss, put in bowl.
Breakfast of
Feed
champions.
to the banana yellow sleeping bag man.
Yeah.
Those are the rules. But yeah, no. Other than that,
Other than that,
I'm nothing like a slug, as you would say.
Yeah. Today we wanted to talk about sort of America, and where
Yeah.
it's going.
America.
Where we're seeing this country. Every month, every day, I'm seeing the degradation of this country. It sickens me. Sickens me to the core.
I mean, as I'm sure our viewers can see, all you
Right.
need to do is look out the window to see what a mess this is. This place
Well,
is...
not our windows. We have beautiful landscapers.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm looking at a mountain.
Oh.
I'm looking at a snow-peaked mountain.
Oh, Mount McKinley. Yeah, I love Alaska.
It's gorgeous.
Love being out here. Thank you for inviting me out.
I mean,
here.
it is just a screen. Like, it's just a big
Sure.
screen that I have on the side because I don't have windows in my house. No, sir.
No, the only source of light is that fluorescent, that beautiful fluorescent light.
Yeah.
Slugs love fluorescent.
They do.
Like a moth to a flame. It's slugs.
A slug to an
blue
office
light.
park light. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's people. All they need to do is look outside and see just how far we have fallen as a country, as a people, as a culture.
Well, the first thing is every statue has been taken down.
Every single one has been taken down by these people. They don't like.
They don't like statues. They don't like statuettes either.
They don't like any sort of statue. The blue hair. I mean, they've got opinions on statues.
All kinds of colored hair.
Yeah.
Unlike you've got banana colored everywhere. That's fine.
I mean, I don't have blue hair. I have banana colored hair. I've bleached it banana yellow.
Well, they basically want to destroy history. They've been knocking down every statues. Anytime there's a little statuette in the museum recently, everything's destroyed.
Yeah. The Lincoln Memorial, they burned that to the ground.
Yeah. They
Dunzo.
And the Mount Rushmore. You know Mount Rushmore recently?
No.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's under construction.
Yeah.
Again.
Lincoln got Me Too'd, apparently.
Did he?
Yeah. Apparently he held somebody's hand once. And so, he's canceled.
He's been canceled.
Yeah. Abraham Lincoln.
He might have.
All of everything that he does.
Who else is on Mount Rushmore?
We're gonna have to swipe that under the rug because he held somebody's hand.
He held someone's hand. I think
he held his wife's hand, and so now he's Me Too'd. That's Lincoln.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. I think at one point he might have looked over.
He dared to look somebody in the eyes.
Look someone in the eyes. Yeah. You're not supposed to do that anymore.
No, you can't look. You can't look people in the eyes, or you're Me Too'd now. So according to the bright blue-haired mob,
blue-haired, they don't eat nearly as much moss as they should.
No, they should be eating a lot more moss and get rid of the blue, embrace the yellow. If you know what I mean, just live the banana yellow life. That's the only way. But what we're talking about here is the United States is on fire.
It's on its way on fire into a dumpster.
It's just a trash garbage heap.
Because it's a young country too. That's what's incredibly sad. Relatively, America is a young country. It's
America's so young.
It's so
baby
young.
That's what I like about America.
No, bridge.
That's what I like about America is how young it is.
Right.
That's what
I'm making a metaphor.
That's what I like the most about it. I don't like that. I don't like old countries as much. I like young countries. I definitely like it that America's young.
Yeah, America is a young country. It's a young baby boy that's been thrown into a dumpster.
Yeah, exactly. And that's and it's so tragic because America used to
stand for something.
It really did.
Mm-hmm. And that thing is. I'm sure there's something.
Our forefathers were hard men. They were strong men, young men that were
bachelors.
A lot of them. Oh yeah,
except
you should
of course
seen George Washington when he was roaming the streets of L.A. back in the day.
George Washington, he would just
up and down the Sunset Strip, just
in L.A.
just muscled. Just shredded 6'5"
with his wooden teeth, his wooden eyes,
walking up and down.
Well, nobody talks about they all talk about the wooden teeth. They don't talk about the wooden eyes.
Yeah, but people would recall like they'd be in the clubs back then, and they would, music would be going on the clubs, and then suddenly you'd feel the cold, hard grasp on your shoulder, and you turn around, see this man.
Oh, George!
Oh my God, it's George!
Oh, it's George!
Wooden eyes staring deep into your soul.
Wooden eyes, wooden hands. He would grab you with his wooden hand.
And he says, "Come, I've got a mansion. I used to be the president.
Let's take out that king."
let's take out that king
Yeah,
and go
and
to my house. Come over to my house.
What?
You just kind of he was kind of like a young Leonardo DiCaprio, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, all right.
George Washington, very much like a young Leo DiCaprio.
He was certainly popular.
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then.
and he was
the
popular.
first they wanted him to be king, and he said, "No, I want to be president."
No.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with his wooden eyes, he stared at them.
Yeah, he made up the term president. He
Yeah.
said,
I am president.
yeah.
And I am president.
He was trying to say precedent. I want to set precedents,
Yeah.
but because of his wooden teeth, he ended up saying president. Like, okay, now you can be president.
And Benjamin Franklin, he was just
Oh,
sitting
that
there
guy
with his
was a-
wry smile, shooting dice in the corner, like, yeah,
He
Washington.
had a 24-hour erection,
Yeah, that guy was
Franklin.
hot as shit.
big time, and he wouldn't wear pants.
Yeah,
No
we
pants, assume he was wearing
foot-long
pantaloons.
erection.
Yeah,
wandering the streets.
There's George. It was George and Ben.
Yeah, George
I think
and
Ringo-
Ben
Ringo.
going into the clubs in L.A.
George, Ben, John Adams.
Oh,
Jefferson.
John Adams.
Oh, well, let's talk about John Adams before we get into Jefferson's a whole other thing.
He was
I think
hairless.
He got Me Too. John Adams?
Yeah, hairless.
Completely hairless.
Completely hairless, and not by choice. He just was born hairless. They said, "Oh my!"
Oh,
they
he
called
had
him the big
alopecia.
baby. They called him the big baby.
John Adams, the big baby.
Yeah,
because he was also his personality was also always complaining.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I want to be president first.
Yeah.
And also, this is all historical accounts.
Yeah.
But we can only assume that he had sort of a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Why does Washington gotta be president?
Yeah,
And
and
I'm
he'd
sure
come
that's how
in
he
there
talked.
completely hairless, very pale, smooth skin. People would remark about,
Big
"Oh
bonnet.
my God, look at him! Look at how smooth John Adams' skin is.
John Adams is so smooth. I just want to squeeze his cheeks.
I want to squeeze his cheeks. This big baby boy."
I mean, these were the times of our country. This is our country. It was founded.
This was a real country back then.
These were the men who who fought off the English infidels.
Yeah.
And created this country into the way it was today. And Jefferson was a guy who, nobody ever saw him. He was always he was a shut-in.
Yeah, he was a bit of a
scary
figure. I mean, apparently grew his fingernails out quite a bit. He had a kind of a claw, like very skinny sort of disposition.
Like Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
Howard Hughes later on. And like Leonardo DiCaprio now.
Yeah, exactly. And boy, did Jefferson went to the clubs too. I mean, he would be slurking around. They called him the Grim Reaper. Like, that was his nickname. It's like, oh, here comes the Grim Reaper.
And he always had an ink bottle with him because he was a writer as well.
Yeah.
He was a shadow.
He was a shadow man, and he sharpened his teeth. They called him the Vampire of Washington.
Oh, wait.
They called him the Vampire of Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And because it's just a coincidence that George Washington was
named that.
Yeah. But yeah, they just imagine being in the club back in the day on the Sunset Strip, and suddenly
they all
you're just a young college student in the club trying to enjoy yourself, and then suddenly you see a tap on the suddenly get a tap on the shoulder. You turn around, there's a man with wooden eyes, a slippery baby man. The Grim
and a man
Reaper
with a
vampire.
man with an erection wearing no pants, and that's the one you want to talk to.
Yeah, that's the least intimidating person
of all of them. It's the man with a full-on erection.
That's the least scary person that you're going to encounter.
Who else am I thinking? Oh, John Hancock. So John Hancock was 9 feet tall.
Yeah,
it's all the same. He signed the Declaration. He physically couldn't make his signature smaller.
Yeah, he couldn't walk. He was very tall.
He had one of those.
They didn't have wheelchairs back then, so they sort of just had to. They would bring him in on a bed. They would just be
on a cot.
Yeah, on a cot. He'd be on a cot, and they would bring him in, and all he would do is sign stuff. He didn't know what he was signing. They didn't know what he was giving him to sign.
Well, when you're that big, when you're your body is that big, the blood needs to circulate.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of blood flow. So
you
your
couldn't
brain,
get blood flow to
you're
his
not
vocal
thinking,
cords either. So
yeah.
you just sort of let out these guttural screams in the middle of the.
But he was considered
very haunting.
As a younger man, he was considered the best athlete.
Oh, yeah.
He was a war hero. And then as he got older, he just got larger.
Yeah. Well, when we say war hero, we mean they drug his cot out onto the battlefield, and he sort of just laid there and screamed.
I was talking about Native Americans or something.
Yeah, he just screaming about Native Americans as he laid on his cot.
Yeah.
That's a war hero. That's what Americans are. Now Americans,
any one of these folks that we've been mentioning, I would consider a father.
Oh, yeah.
They're known as the founding fathers. I would be proud to have them as a father.
Oh, yeah.
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 And I think now
we don't have any father. We're a fatherless country.
No, we have men who eat soy.
Oh, yeah, these soy boys.
Mm-hmm.
These
soy
children. Now, apparently we're eating tons of this stuff a year. These people.
They slip it into our food.
Oh, yeah.
That's
they're slipping into our water.
Soy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want us to be I guess
weak of will.
They want us to be weak. They want us apparently it makes you want to tear down statues, the soy stuff.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to replace a lot of these statues with just soy statues.
Well, just big statues of soy.
Oh, like a soybean, a giant soybean.
Yeah, that's what these people want. They want to tear down all the monuments to our forefathers and just huge monuments to soy.
Yeah.
That's what these people want.
And carriages with puppies inside of them.
Yeah.
Because people aren't having children anymore. They're now replacing their children with dogs.
Yeah, with these with
you ever see one of
French bulldogs?
The French.
But so people are really losing it. They're eating soy, and
they're walking their dogs in a baby carriage.
They're walking their dogs in a baby carriage, not replenishing the population at all.
And they think that that's the way that this country. That's where they want
statues.
And they're tearing down the statues.
And
they might be replaced. Like I was mentioning the Mount Rushmore, but God knows what other famous monuments in America they've destroyed.
Oh yeah. They've been saying that the Grand Canyon is problematic, so they want to,
why is that? Why do you think they're just saying it's problematic? It's just a big hole.
It's just a big hole. Yeah. They don't want that. They don't want that.
Everything's got to be fixed. In their heads.
Yeah,
they got to fill
replace it with soy.
Oh, they've just been dumping tons and tons of soy the past few years. Into the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it's a huge problem.
Paul Bunyan would be rolling in his grave.
Yeah. Trying to cancel the Mississippi River. It says
no more river.
There's too much water.
They want to dry it out.
Yeah.
Cancel
the Mississippi. These people are out of control.
#cancel the Mississippi.
But this is where we're at.
Yep.
This is where this culture
America's
is taking us. This is where, and China's liking that. China's loving it.
At this point, it's like join or die.
China.
Well, how I feel about China, it's like. At some point, I'm going to have to move all of my businesses out to China. I mean, most of them are already out there, but this might be the last vestige of a beautiful country that America was. And
China's the new America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most free place on earth. This is...
when you talk about freedom...
I think
of that red flag with a yellow star.
Oh, yeah. And it's outrageous. I mean, here's the thing. America has become slothful. It's become decadent. Mm-hmm. And just as Rome burned, so will the United States. It's become, everybody's just going up to McDonald's and saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. Mm-hmm. And
completely entitled.
America's
become slothful, as they say. Hold on, you're drooling a little bit on your shirt there.
I'm drooling on my banana.
On your banana.
On my banana.
Slug suit,
yeah.
But America's become completely slothful. Yeah. Useless. Nobody wants to. I hate to say it, but nobody wants to work anymore.
Nobody wants to work anymore.
Nobody wants to sit down and watch their stories. Watch their TV, watch their Guardians of the Galaxy.
Play video. Yeah, watch. Yeah, that's what this country's become.
Yeah.
Buy McDonald's, buy your soy McDonald's, and go home and watch Guardians of the Galaxy for the 703rd time.
Yeah, and watch Real Adventurers.
Yeah.
You know,
those are the real Americans.
Yeah,
I mean, like that.
yeah.
That might as well be George Washington, that raccoon running
Well, they were
telling people, "Hey, I'm a raccoon in space. You bucko."
Well, the founding fathers, you know, they were strong men. They were
hot, strong
men with powers. When we were saying, some of them just sneak up behind you.
Oh yeah, George Washington. That was his move. That was George Washington's move. He'd go
sneak up behind you, tap you on the shoulder with a wooden hand,
and say, "Come to my house.
Come to my house
in the hills."
You turn around,
you college student.
College.
That was George Washington's superpower.
That was his modus operandi,
showing up in a club and tapping young women on the shoulder and saying,
I mean, that's the way that was.
George.
You can do it.
I am George Washington. I have no eyes, yet I see clearly.
The Oracle was one of his nicknames.
Come to my mansion.
Come to my mansion.
I must feast.
And then he would leave. You know, you wouldn't go with him. Everyone knew where he was because it was a cherry tree grove.
Yeah, and then slippery Joihn Adams next to him, like, "You're gonna want to come.
You're gonna do it.
I know you're gonna want to do it. I know you're gonna want to do it. I'm covered in slime." Because I'm a big baby. I'm Joihn Adams, the big baby.
No, he would go, no, don't go with him.
Come with me. I'm a big baby, big fat baby. Come with the baby. That's what these forefathers were like. It was sort of like, like a superhero. Yeah, it was like the X-Men. It's like
they were the X-Men.
Here, George Washington, eyeless. Big baby Joihn Adams.
Baby Joihn Adams.
Erect Benjamin Franklin. He was normal, though. He was just like, "Hey, I'm Benjamin
they called him
Franklin.
The Iceman.
Yeah, I'm Benjamin Franklin. Yes, I don't have pants, and yes, I am erect."
John Hancock was actually a Russian.
Yeah,
a big Russian man.
A
giant Russian guy.
I am John Hancock.
John Hancock.
Oh, the pain in my joints.
I mean, these were our
and then
adoring founding father.
Yeah. And then Thomas Jefferson, just like, I am Thomas Jefferson.
He'd disappear and then reappear across the room, and then he would disappear across the room.
Feast. I need the blood of the young. Just showing up to these clubs. I need the blood of the young. I am Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, great men. Great men that formed our country.
You know, they wrote the Declaration. He wrote the Declaration.
Yeah,
that guy wrote the Declaration and presented it. To whom it may concern. For it may concern. I am Thomas Jefferson. Leave us to our own devices. You know, they would sign. They wrote that to the King of England at the time. Leave us alone to our own devices. Leave us to our own devices and our flesh, our young flesh that we must consume. Leave us to our flesh that we must consume in order to sustain our life. Our life force. America is founded on the policy of needing young flesh. America is founded on the policy of needing the young flesh. Needing the flesh of the new. Thomas, stop this. You need to stop this. John Hancock.
Yeah.
He can't get up and help. He certainly can't do anything. He's too big.
I am
George Washington, eyeless, staring into the void as usual, as he did.
I see the future. I see the future.
You know, he would like stand up on a stool.
Yeah.
But the stool would be camouflaged so he'd look like he's hovering above.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He was like the living tribunal.
Yeah.
Of it, like,
I see. This country will be born among my own as my own. This country will be born anew. This country will be born anew. into the new flesh that Thomas Jefferson has created for us. We must enter the new flesh.
Yeah, you're right. These were heroes. These were
heroes.
These were heroes.
Salt of the earth men.
You know, the original Mount Rushmore, we're talking about Mount Rushmore. The original Mount Rushmore was just 4 George Washingtons. And then they realized, like, maybe we should switch it up a bit.
We should, change this up a little bit. Yeah.
Who else was in the Founding Fathers? Are there other people?
Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton?
Yeah, he was a rapping guy. Just coming through, just hippity-hop, Hamilton, woo. He was a rapper.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of sucked, actually.
I wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, I'm into the Founding Fathers, but Hamilton.
And one of my favorites.
That guy sucked.
Well, then there was Jonathan Swift, who was a writer. We could consider him one of the Founding Fathers. He wrote A Modest Proposal.
Yeah,
which was very directly about eating babies.
Yeah, he was. He just feasted on the. Most of these guys were about.
Most of these
just
guys,
like the same sort of themes, kind of just keep popping
throughout
up.
the country.
Flesh, young
children,
needing to be born anew, that sort of stuff.
But nowadays, please,
can you please cover me in soy? I'm going to need to get in this hot tub and for you to cover me in soy.
Please rub my feet. I've been walking for too long.
Please, just come into my tub and cover me in soy, please. That's
gross.
Welcome to college.
But in China,
2023, it's like your professor is standing above a tub and saying, "Enter the tub of soy."
Yeah, tub filled with soy juice,
and the parents are like, $100,000 a semester,
$150,000 for this,
for this, and the teacher's like, "Yep, sorry, you paid up." They grab your kid and throw him in the soy tub,
and then all the kids are just like swimming in that soy tub, exchanging ideas.
Yeah, and they're born anew in this soy tub.
They're pod people.
They come out and they've got blue hair, and they say, "I think, I think we should cancel."
And they don't teach any of the stuff that we've been talking about. The history is... Yeah, they make up their own sort of weird history.
Yeah.
And not what happened, what actually happened.
Yeah.
What our actual Founding Fathers were like. That's not taught anymore.
No, absolutely not.
But in China, as you were saying, they teach the truth.
They teach the
about
truth.
American history.
Yeah, no, that's... They respect
they have
the forefathers in China.
Big time. Yeah, they're going through. They went through a revolution.
They particularly like, Joihn Adams. For some reason, the big baby
really
stuff. They really like big baby.
They kind of made it into like a caricature. If you go to some towns in China, they have like a big Joihn Adams mascot, and it's kind of like a fun family.
Yeah. They have.
It's a thing in China where they're like obsessed with Joihn Adams, big baby Joihn Adams.
Yeah, and every Christmas, instead of Santa, they have Joihn Adams.
Joihn Adams comes lumbering out. Yeah,
kind of slide down the chimney like with his goo, and come in and say. And start screaming at the children about how they should come to the club with him.
Hamilton would be like rapping and scare the children.
The
children would run off. I mean, this is happening right now. What you're saying is, in China, they appreciate American culture and American history more than we do in this country.
I
think that's the scariest thing of it all.
I would dare say Chinese people. I would dare say the average Chinese citizen is more American than an American. Yeah, they respect the culture.
They respect the culture.
Here we don't. We just burn it down and replace it with soy.
And replace it with soy.
Yeah,
but in China, there's not a single soybean. The CCP will make sure.
No,
they've extracted all of the soy from that country and has dumped that into the sea.
And if you're caught with soy, you are executed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, immediately.
Get taken out, brought to an outside, and left to die.
Yeah, they feed you to like an angry
Sharks.
chimp.
One angry chimp?
Just one starving chimp who's been hopped up on PCP.
Yeah. PCP and meth cocktail.
Yeah. As it should be. They respect America, though. They respect the Founding Fathers, and they respect Joihn Adams, which I like. A big, slippery baby man.
Big, slippery baby. I get. Is that what you're going for? with your slug outfit?
Oh, no. I'm my own thing. This is me. This is just me. And it's not a slug outfit. This is just me being comfortable in a sleeping bag, covered in slime.
Covered in slime and wearing a Leonardo DiCaprio mask.
Yep.
So
that's how I roll. That's my own thing.
you're like a giant roly-poly wearing a Leonardo DiCaprio mask.
Yeah. I show up to the clubs dressed like
With your antlers, your mechanical antlers that are moving around.
And say, look,
Where
I'm
to?
either Leo or Joihn Adams, whatever you find hotter.
Whatever you think. It doesn't matter.
I show up to the club dressed up as a banana slug saying, look, baby, I'm whatever you want me to be.
Come to my mansion, baby.
Come to my mansion, baby.
With your wooden eyes. I guess you're taking up all of the best aspects of our founding fathers.
That's
into
the way to go.
Amorphous blob.
Yeah. Whatever you want me to be.
I'm whatever you want me to be, baby.
I am whatever you want me to be.
I am the living tribunal.
I am the Omega Slug.
The Alpha and the Omega.
I am the beginning. I am the end. Now come to my mansion.
American history is crazy.
Yeah, American history is
people
really...
don't look into this stuff, but it's so interesting.
It's so interesting. You learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about, how this country was founded by learning about these people. I mean, you're really doing yourself a disservice by learning about these heroes.
I had no idea that they used to live in L.A.
They came and went. They'd come in L.A., sort of get up to some trouble,
Get into trouble.
Go to the clubs, get into a lot of trouble at the clubs. They'd get kicked out.
And then they'd get kicked out.
They'd get kicked
by the
out.
dean.
The clubs would be like, whoa, you can't be acting like that in this club. People are becoming uncomfortable with how you're acting. Whoa. And then they go.
Those were the founding fathers. They're like the Beatles, right?
Yeah.
Because when somebody is so famous, they're like, oh, those founding fathers, they're coming into town.
Oh, my God.
I heard they're coming into town.
It's the Fab
They could
Five.
do what they...
It's the Fab Four coming into town.
Yeah, they didn't really count Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
He was just there.
No, he just was sort of slinking around in the back trying to feast, if you know what I mean. When I say feast, I mean like
actually
bite
feast.
people.
Yeah, bite people. Yeah.
Grab them and bite them and get kicked out of the club.
I mean, that was a sight, and we don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah, these clubs, I mean, they put up signs saying no founding fathers allowed because of issues in the past.
Oh, yeah. But
we've had because of lawsuits in the past about the founding fathers at our clubs.
But once a year, it's kind of like the Purge. Once a year, some clubs in LA will open up and be like, all right, we're doing it. We're opening up the floodgates, and you can dress as whichever one of your favorite founding fathers.
Yeah.
And act as one of these folks, and it's kind of a crazy night.
It's kind of a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revolution night.
Yeah.
Night of the Revolution.
Night of the Revolution. Anything goes in the clubs.
So business. Let's talk about
business. Anyway, yeah, business is important.
That was our intro.
Yeah, that was our intro. You got to invest in stocks.
You need to invest in...
Put your money into, stocks and stuff.
But also bonds.
Yeah. All right. I think that pretty much sums it up on the business stuff. Thank you for listening. This has been Business Money Hacks. I'm Bridge Stewart.
I'm Dustin Taylor Hahn.